school and couldn't figure out what to wear? Did you ever have a hard time deciding on this shirt with those pants? There are just way too many possibilities in this world to be able to pick out one certain outfit in just a few measly minutes. Now the objective is to decide on a solution to the problem of if those shoes will match that top. A great solution to this problem could be to require school uniforms. Now I know in my earlier annual big speech I complained about how uncomfortable and just plain ugly my school uniforms were. But school uniforms do have their perks. Today I'm going to tell you why school uniforms should be required. School uniforms should be required because school uniforms are practical, school uniforms eliminate competition, and school uniforms model appropriate dress. School uniforms are practical. According to the Journal of Research on Christian Education, school uniforms lower the parental cost of clothing for their children. School uniforms can be worn year after year. As someone who has worn a school uniform for about 13 years, I hardly ever had to buy new uniforms. If anything, it was a new pair of pants because my old ones were getting a little too short. School uniforms can also be an incentive for students to stay healthy. School uniforms could motivate students to be able to fit in their school uniforms longer without having to buy new ones. Also, school uniforms make getting ready in the morning faster and easier. I know this really only applies to girls because school uniforms boys hardly take time to get ready in the morning, and it's easier for girls to pick out a shirt out of 3 colors rather than many colors and different styles. With school uniforms, there's no standing in front of your closet staring at your clothes trying to figure out what to wear that day. Because school uniforms are so practical and simple, everyone looks the same. This leads me to my second point, that school uniforms eliminate competition. Again, according to the Journal of Research on Christian Education, school uniforms provide equality among the students. The poor don't have to feel underprivileged because they have less money. With school uniforms, everyone can look the same. According to Marshall Bertelli from California Schools, the only real concern with school uniforms is that the parents think the students won't allow to express themselves. But school uniforms don't eliminate people from expressing themselves in the type of shoes they wear, the jewelry, or articles of clothing. With school uniforms, everyone can feel like equals among each other. The unity of school uniforms and their sophisticated look could be a learning tool for students. This leads me to my third point, that school uniforms model appropriate dress. According to What Not to Wear, dress codes and uniform policies in the common schools, school uniforms help to illustrate how students should dress. School uniforms eliminate students from wearing micro mini skirts, tube top, biker boots, and other inappropriate articles of clothing. Some rules in my school consisted of not being able to wear shorts or skirts that were 3 inches above my knee or pants that had holes in them. School uniforms can help show students what would and would not be appropriate in the workplace. With school uniforms, with set rules, students can be able to dress sophisticated and respectful and take that into their future careers. So, even though school uniforms don't necessarily sound like a fun idea, they should be something that should be thought over. School uniforms would be a good idea, and they should be required because school uniforms are practical, school uniforms eliminate competition, and school uniforms model appropriate dress.